be good to go. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for jumping on. I know you guys are pretty busy, especially with everything, all the classes and everything now. But yeah, but what we really want to do is we really want to get like an idea. Like the first question is like, what's like the overall climate? I know you guys are teaching kids classes, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. Then you guys are getting ready for stuff on like tournaments, like the Pans are coming up. So what's the
climate up in Canada?
Now it's the climate. Climate? Go ahead.
I think that's not what he means. The actual.
Yeah. Thank you, Justin. So how's training going in the academy up by you guys?
Man, same, bro. Just teaching training, man. Like how we've always done it, you know. It's pretty much the same as it was before, you know. The classes are a little bit structured a little bit differently. We have online classes now going with our regular classes, but still training twice a day, man. Still lifting. Like it's pretty much the same, bro. Honestly, like we had a couple months where we weren't doing fuck all, but we're still training. But man, it's back full force now.
Me and Drew were like, we did like a month of like, all right, you know, like we're just filming content. I'm like, why aren't we just training? And he's like, okay. And then we start training.
First day we had to close the gym. I'm like, Justin, are we training this afternoon? You know, like when are we training next? You know, like it's just like.
Bro, I missed 3 days training in the past 7 months. You know.
That's why I said everybody's like, oh, aren't you? I'm like, I wrestle humans for a living. I'm more scared of a staph infection, bro. You know?
It's so funny, like the environment too, because like when you train and like him and I are going in, like he sweats in my mouth or something. I'm just like, whatever. But
you don't even fucking care, bro. Like get in my fucking eyeball, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if somebody spits in your mouth in the supermarket, you're like, oh my God! You know? Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, Eric, you taste very nice. You have a garlic in your diet right now. Oh, that's good.
It's like, why does it taste like Jameson anytime he sweats on it? So, what are your guys like go to conditioning? Do you guys have like a 3 days a week with like your jiu-jitsu?
For lifting?
Yeah.
I do 4 days, and it's pretty much, bro, just like bro lifts, man. Like a bit of powerlifting, bit of bodybuilding, like for bro, like nothing crazy, man. I had a different program before because we were at a different place lifting, but now we're just at like a gym just around the corner, just like it's like a regular gym, bro, and we're just doing our own thing.
A lot of people think like you have to do like crazy shit and stuff to get into your shape, but all our conditioning is on the mat most of the time. Just training, right? So we just like try to get stronger and like keep our body
get more fucking
healthy, you know? Healthy and stuff.
I want to get shredded for the ladies.
It's all of that, dude.
Dude, I text Hammer the other day. I'm like, what is Justin eating? He is enormous, bro. I'm like, his arm's the size of Eric's leg. What is going on? And Eric's not a small guy. Like
that one picture, bro. I just out angled him, bro. I'm not that big. I swear to God, dude. That picture, I look enormous. I don't know.
You can't lie to me. I've seen you in real life. You're a giant.
I swear he's that big. He's that big. I know I train with him. He's that big.
Garrett sent me like your Instagrams, and like the first it was like third picture in, you guys are like hitting like deadlifts. I'm like, dude, these guys are fucking enormous. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, coming from Drew over here, that's built like a Greek statue.
Yeah, you look jacked, bro.
Yeah.
Not me.
Dude, it's the camera angle. I put the filter on, so I look jacked. That's about it, man.
There you go. Secrets, bro.
Blackinetics, bro. Blackinetics. Get you every time.
You want to get big? Cheeseburgers and king size Snickers.
See, he can do that shit and lift and be fine.
Yeah. you see, like we kind of like the same height. No, I put my chairs way higher.
I'm fucking leaning right now too.
Yeah, I just put my chair higher.
No, that's perfect. So, you guys are getting ready for the Pans, correct?
Yeah,
that's right, man.
All right, and we were talking a little bit. They're usually in Cali every year, right? The Gis? Are you doing Gi Pans?
Yeah, Gi Pans. Yeah.
Okay, so the Gi Pan Ams are usually in Cali. Where are they this year?
Orlando, because
Florida's gangster as hell.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
They don't care.
I love it.
I know they just actually put out a thing saying that, you know, their governor was like, we're opening everything back up, 100%, bars, restaurants, everything.
Bro, that's how it should be, honestly. Like, that's what I think, at least.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't even get me down that rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah. We talk about that. That's a whole nother podcast. Open everything back up.
So, training-wise, how's your guys' camp going? Like, are you doing anything in particular for camp or just kind of the usual?
Honestly, man, like, it's just the intensity that changes. Like, we've been training nonstop. Like, that's how it's always been training twice a day. And, like, honestly, it's just intensity, man. The intensity is a little bit higher.
So, a little more focus as well of what we're going to do in our matches, you know, like a little more game plan oriented. But just like Justin said, intensity is higher, but like we have a pretty like all year long training schedule, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys. I mean, I've been up there with you guys training, and I know you guys do your 2 days, 3 days, etc. But like you said too, you got to start training with a purpose when you kind of go into the pans training. Like, all right, am I looking for the? I mean, obviously you're always looking for the finish, but you have to play it a little bit smarter. Where it's like, okay, I'm in good position. I don't have to force something here. They got to make up the points, and just having like that mental strategy, right?
For sure. Keep the mindset.
That's a game, you know.
Do you guys feel like you're getting there? Like you're starting to peak?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Feel sharp, man. Feel sharper than I've ever felt, actually.
Yeah.
Justin's gonna compete for. Is it the first time at Super Heavy, no?
No, I did the last tournament. Oh, I did ultra heavy last tournament. I think I was fucking huge that class.
So is that ultra heavy is what you walk around at, but like around that weight class?
Yeah, no, super heavy. It's just because the tournament I did last in February, the Canadian National Pro, the UAE JJF tournament, there was only one guy, and he was in ultra heavy. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do ultra heavy. So I have at least a fight when I go, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting super heavy now. I fought heavyweight for a long time, but I'm moving up. I want to go bigger. I want to go heavy. I want to get even bigger. You know what I mean? I want to go ultra heavy. I want to be fucking huge.
First time doing
Yeah, first time doing a major at super heavy though.
Yeah, because I mean, well, you're also like, I mean, you guys can kind of see on the Zoom right now, but Justin's a big dude. He's like 6'4", 6'5". Like he has the frame to be able to pack that muscle on and compete at a high level.
Sure, yeah.
It's not like did you notice like when you used to cut weight, it was like diminishing returns for you, where it's like, oh, you're trying to get skinnier and it's like you're weaker.
I learned that real quick, man. Honestly, I learned that as a blue belt. Like I said, fuck it, man. I'm just not gonna do that much. So I did the Abu Dhabi World Pro a couple times, and I cut down to like 181 or some shit. It was so fucking stupid. Like it's so pointless. You know, I felt like shit the next day.
Yeah,
so, like, I don't do that anymore. I'd rather be light for the division and say fuck it, and not have to worry about what I have to eat and diet and all that bullshit. It's like it's way better for me, you know, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, I did the same thing with Drew. Drew was like cutting himself to make like 169. I'm like, bro, you're a brick shit house at 180. Just walk in.
Yeah. I think that's the better.
Feel strong,
It
feel
gets harder.
fast.
It gets harder to cut when you get older too. Like you get super clean and everything, and man, I can't do it anymore, man. So I'm like, fuck, I walk around with one.
So jiu-jitsu, you know, we're not punching each other, trying to knock each other out.
Yeah.
It's different.
So,
and, you know, especially training in the gym, like we train with all different sizes and body types all the time. So you get used to deal. I mean, like obviously the bigger guys in certain issues, like you're like, oh man, that's a lot of weight to deal with all the time or pressure. But like you learn how to deal with those body types. So if you're all around the same weight, you know, whether they're taller or longer, like, yeah, they'll always propose a problem. Like, you know, being a shorter guy, there's, you know, advantages for me staying tight and everything. Being a longer guy, stretching out a shorter guy, you know, stuff like that. But you learn how to deal with that stuff in the gym, you know? So are you competing too, Eric?
Yeah, competing. I compete at Master, Ring Master.
He's
Old like that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, I'm 36 now. Me too. I went up a weight division. I'm gonna compete at medal now. So I know it doesn't look like it because I'm always taking picture with Justin, but I get a little bigger as well.
You did.
And so I'm gonna do medal. I used to do light all the time. It's my first also major at black belt, so I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
So you're probably in the same boat. You just feel better once you're like heavier. You just feel.
Yeah. I used to cut to feather when I was fighting at adult feather. So 154.5 with the gi on, and now we're talking under 181. You know, and I walk around really lean all the time. So I had to cut muscle was terrible. I was feeling like crap, you know.
Well, it gets to the point, like I said, it's like diminishing returns. Like you're trying to get lighter to be like big and strong, and it's like you feel you're so depleted. You're like, I'm not big and strong.
Exactly.
At this, you know, and I mean, especially for like guys our height, because we're short. It's like I walk around at 185. I'm super strong at 185, but like, you know, everybody in that weight class is like the size of Justin. You know, like it's taller. So like at some point you're just gotta be like, fuck it, man, we're midgets and we gotta go midget wrestle. You know?
You have to adapt your style and change your style for like your height and stuff. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you guys split your training and like competing between like gi and no gi, or do you guys kind of favor one more?
Honestly, bro, we train mostly in the gi. We train no gi once in a while, like once we get that, you know. Yeah. Rarely we train no gi. We're mostly gi. We like the gi, man.
Yeah, and I've been doing. I have a big background in no gi because I've done I fought MMA as well, right, and stuff. So but when I start training here with the team here in Ottawa, we have a really strong team in the gi, and I fell in love with the gi again. So we focus on the gi a lot, yeah. And yes, we have no gi training all the time, But Justin and I personally, like we train mostly in the gi right now.
I think too, as you get older, you like the gi sometimes more because it slows the game down.
Yeah.
And you can control your opponent a little bit better with the gi, where it's not as like frantic as a no gi session. Now, like me and Drew are both no gi guys. We like no gi. You know, it plays to my traits like wrestling and everything else. But like gi, when I'm like training like a lot, I like training in the gi as well too, because I can slow it down. I can pin. I can keep it more in a a structured setting.
You just steer the match a lot more.
Well, especially with like when you train with lower belts, like you can kind of make sure you're not getting elbowed in the face or kneed, you know, where no gi, it's like, die! And you're dead, you know?
For sure.
And man, in the gi with the grips and stuff, like it's fucking hard, you know. Like there's way more stuff to address and taking, like and you can use less of your athletic ability sometimes because like just one grip and shut down all like everything, you know? So like it's way less scrambling.
Yeah, there is. My only problem with the gi is like you said, that one grip can shut down everything, and it's like that's not real life. I would headbutt you.
Of course.
I also wouldn't be careful.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't play that game like that sport game in real life, right? But that's a
No, but it's fun because there's a lot more moves. Like I always say, like the difference between gi and no gi too is like there's like 70% more moves because you could use your gi to strangle them. You can use their gi to strangle them. You can use your gi to tie them up, their gi to tie them up.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I also have MMA background, right? And like in MMA, we don't use as much jiu-jitsu, you know? Like jiu-jitsu is way more simple, you know, like what you have to use and be good at. And in the gi, there's so much like to develop technique-wise. That's why I like about the sport in itself, you know? Obviously, when we talk about self-defense, like it's way more simple. We can use way more simple jiu-jitsu. I mean,
That's why I say it all the time to the guys. I'm like, my gi game's one way, my no gi game, my MMA game is like just simple. Choke, arm lock, choke, arm lock, choke, arm lock, punch the face in. You know, like that's how it is. Like we were even training no gi a little bit today, and I was just like, let's do a prank creation style today. I'm just like slapping people in the middle, you know, like, but it's like you start getting complacent sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're training, you're like, oh, like Drew likes the half guard and the deep half guard and lock it down and leg locking you out of there. And I like today, I was like, toast on his head.
Punching me in the face. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing?
I wanted to make sure he's prepared for anything. The apocalypse is coming, dude.
Thanks a lot, friend.
I can't wait to come train in Jersey with you guys. Sounds exciting.
What do you guys, especially since you guys are like gi heavy players, what do you guys think of like this new? I don't want to call it so much new, but this big trend of like lapel guard, especially
Love
like,
it.
you guys mean like the worm guard and stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
It's right up Justin's alley.
Yeah,
Bro, it's so fucking good, man. Like, honestly, bro, it's so hard to deal with, bro. Like,
no, it is, dude. It's a problem.
yeah, exactly. It is a problem. That's why I love it. You know?
It's a serious problem because I remember when I went up there. What was that kid from Argentina?
Luca,
right? And he's down at Pat's now, I think.
Yeah.
Real belt.
He was like starting to play that game, and like even at blue belt, I'm like, man, it's like having a gnat on you all the time. He's connected to you, like so you have to learn how to deal with that. And then like my guy Serge, he plays that a lot now, so I'm getting better at defending it because And then we train with another guy that plays it all the time, but it is a pain in the ass, man.
And I feel it's like beneficial or crucial now because he always says to me, he's like, if you don't want to use lapel at all, he's like, just do no gi. He's like, you got it there, you got to use it.
Use what you can, right? All the tools you can use, like just use it.
So are you playing the same thing, Eric?
I play a little bit of a different game, but like it's something I've been working on a lot as well because you cannot ignore the lapel, right? If you like decide to, that's not a good thing, I won't even look at it. You'll get screwed when you compete, like so you need to really like look at it, explore it, try to understand it. So I've been playing a lot, like training with Justin a lot as well. He's been using it a lot on me as well, so I have more like better reaction when he gets his
You have to deal with it. You're learning how to shut it down to get to your game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna give you a little tip. You know what I do? I take each end of my lapel, I put it in my mouth, and I train. I do. I bite the ends.
I'll try that for you at Pat.
The lapel, and I just go, and I go.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your teeth. Okay.
Listen, I got kids. I'm already like married. I don't need no.
Yeah.
So how far out are you guys from Pans?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks now.
It's 2 weeks out, right? What is it, second week of October usually?
Yeah. So we leave on the 7th and come back on the 12th. So Justin should fight the 9th and me on the 10th. Yeah.
Okay. Are they gonna have that on Flow Grappling if people want to watch?
Yeah, for grappling, just like type your name and you can see what match we're gonna be on and stuff.
So you guys are gonna get out there like 2 days early. You probably just make sure you guys are good and like on weight and all
We have
that.
also a blue belt woman competing. So
Okay.
Tuesday, so I'll be there coaching as well.
Oh, nice.
When are you competing?
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. Are you guys going to train a little bit before you get down there? Is it just more rest, stretch, make sure you're on weight? Well, you're competing at ultra heavy, so you ain't got to worry about nothing, right?
Yeah, we might go get a session at Pat's Gym, right, in Orlando with the guys there. Pablo's gonna be there, like a really good black belt, and a few of his guys there. So we might get a session on the Thursday or something.
Are any of the guys over there competing? Because I've been seeing a lot of those guys are competing in the
They all,
fall.
all of them, they all do it. They're all gonna be
It's in Orlando, bro. Of course, like they're gonna take advantage of that. Yeah.
I know they got the slew of the Brazilians and Argentinians over there competing all the time.
And the guys like he brings their bats to make them fight, right? It's the project he has there, right? So they fight every weekend, like fight to win and all these events and stuff. Because like this is what they do, right? They're there to fight. So.
Yeah.
It's crazy like that they just like literally like move their whole life and they come here and they're just trying to compete and get known.
Yeah,
It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle.
It is, man. It really is.
Well, you guys have guys that, especially I've been up to your academy. You got people that, live in the gym sometimes and, just competing and they're trying to chase their dreams and goals. And, I think it's pretty awesome and pretty unique to be able to have an academy or a facility like that is going to be able to have your back, one, help you chase your goals, two, and at least have some sort of not formula, like maybe some structure or at least a path to be able to obtain those goals. So because what's that, Josh?
Especially here in Canada.
Yeah, because like you're kind of on that path, right?
Yeah, I am.
So I know like you drive the bus for Owama, like you do whatever you got to do.
Now we just teach.
We just teach, bro. We didn't have just teach.
Now you're just teaching?
Oh, yeah, man. Just teaching.
Bus driver duty?
No more, bro. No more, man.
Yeah.
Retired from that shit, bro.
Hey, but like, you know what? It was the stepping stone you had to take to get to where you needed to be,
Now we have like younger kids doing that job.
Exactly, yeah.
Make them drive. Nice.
That's right.
You guys got anything? So after Pans, you got anything else lined up, or like it's gonna be a little bit of downtime just to kind of hang out?
We'll see, man, because they might be doing Worlds this year in December. So that would be the next tournament, but we don't know yet. So we'll see.
So basically just let's focus on task at hand and then take it from there.
Yeah, focus on Pans.
And also with the whole COVID situation, we have to wait what they're gonna release for tournament. That's gonna happen or not, So right now there's fans who don't know what they're gonna do after. So.
Yeah, I know, because I was actually looking to come up by you guys like the third week of October. But, like looking at flights, like I can't drive over. I have to fly in.
So if you were to come in, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks coming from the States. So, yeah, exactly. It's fucking pointless,
Yeah.
I know, because Hammer's like, oh, come up. I'm like, bro, I ain't got a month to just hang out in the hotel room.
That's what we have to do when we come back from
Fans.
Orlando. We have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Jeez. So it's like 3 weeks just to do one tournament,
Yeah.
Because it does. It ends up eating up a month. And that's like what I wanted to kind of talk about now is like, you guys are, doing the tournaments, being able to go out and do it. But then like the repercussions of like, okay, I went and competed where like, before March of this year, we would have just came home to, maybe stayed off the mat for a day or two, made sure we didn't have any like mat herpes, from competing. And then you get back after it, Right. And now it's like, oh yeah, you're a part of the bad kids club. Go sit in the corner.
It's a pain in the ass, bro.
Yeah, the big deal for us as well. It's like we both teach all the jiu-jitsu classes, right? Yeah. So now Hammer has to have her back, and for 2 weeks you have to work triple time. So we're lucky to have him like here and helping us with that. Yeah. Because we won't be able to teach for 2 weeks when we're back.
Yeah, and that's tough, and that's a strain on him too. Two of his main instructors, like, and obviously he wants you guys to follow the dreams, but as a business guy and an owner, he's, it's like, oh man.
Yeah, it's not easy. So I'm grateful to be able to have him out there.
He is a good man.
It's right since Hammer.
Hammer's
Talking
a good
man.
about you, bro.
All good things, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, what's it called? What I think you had a question you wanted to ask them about.
Oh yeah, so I noticed too, like especially like all the Canadian athletes, the biggest thing I've always been seeing with the G's is like hyperfly. Like, what's like the deal out there? Like everyone I see is decked out in hyperfly. Are they like they based out of there, or what's?
Well, we have a branch, so it's like Hyperfly Canada. It's run by a guy in Toronto, and yeah, it's just like a branch from Hyperfly in the States, and they just sponsor Canadian athletes. They help with trips and G's and stuff in gear and stuff like that. So
Oh, nice, man.
shout out to Josh. He hooks it up very nicely. So.
So are you sponsored by them, Justin?
I am, yeah. But
Because I always see all your Hyperfly gear and all that stuff. I know, I saw it. It's nice. It's fresh. See, like we're Roll Junkie guys. We're sponsored by Roll Junkie. They got some cool stuff. So that's kind of how we roll down there. So
yeah,
we're gonna have a meeting.
that's it.
What about you? What are you wearing over there? You got Hyperfly on too?
No, I don't. I'm not sponsored by Hyperfly. I look cool like that. I'm wearing a Kings gear right
The Kings? Yeah. Are you sponsored by anybody?
now.
Are you looking?
I'm not really looking. No, I'm not. Like I'm sponsored by the gym basically. You know. Like,
Yeah.
My traveling is covered. My company and stuff. So the gym's covering me like for everything. So I don't really need sponsorship because I work here. I make my own money, and I'm covered when I travel. So I don't really need like sponsorship.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because I know like especially you fought MMA, so it's like sponsors sometimes like that's your lifeline. Like getting your supplement.
Yeah, when I was doing MMA, it was just I was living on sponsorship, right? So
Which is hard to get to because you get like, especially if you're not a higher level fighter yet, right? Like, or on a bigger show where you can be more return on the investment. It's like, oh, we'll give you shorts, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. Where once you get a little bit more, they're like, oh, we're paying you $10,000 a month,
Need your fucking shorts. Give me some money.
It's true though. Like when you're like, this type of athlete, everybody always sees like even people fighting in the UFC and stuff. They're like, oh, he fights in the UFC. I'm like, whoa, wait. Whoa, he's on the undercard. He's getting 5 to show. I think it's 10 and 10 now to win. $20,000. He fights twice a year. That's $40,000. A year, and your training costs 22.
Yeah. Struggle is real for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the tough part, like keeping that balance. And like I said, I think you guys are lucky that you have a structured thing where you guys are able to chase what you want to chase, So like, what's your goals moving forward? All right, pans, whatever. But like for you, Justin, I know you just got your brown belt about a year ago, right?
December.
Okay. So little under a year. You just got your black belt same time, right? Okay. So what's your goals in the future for black belt and what's your goals at brown belt and then getting to the next level? So
for me, man, it's just competing and winning as much as possible, getting as much competition experience, growing as an instructor, and one day, man, opening a gym. Kind of like, but I just want to compete as much as possible. I'm still relatively young, and yeah, man, try to crush it and get some medals.
What about you?
Yeah. So you at black belt, right? I feel like I'm 36 years old now. I'm getting any younger, but I feel like super young. I train with young guys.
Every new 20, man. That's it.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. So I train with these young guys, so I feel young. So I feel I want to compete as much as I can as black belt because I think it's going to bring a lot for me. Also, a lot of experience as a coach as well, because that's why like the path I'm taking. Obviously, becoming like the best coach I can be, and like coaching someone in the gi is not like MMA. It's not like jiu-jitsu. It's different, So I feel like the experience on the field for me is important. And obviously, I want to win. I want to win, but I'm gonna stick to master, obviously, because right, like I get my black belt pretty late and stuff, so I'm gonna stick to that. But I want to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, it is. I mean, that's a whole thing too. I think I'm the oldest out of everybody, right? I'm gonna be 38 this year, so it's just like you want to stay young, you want to stay with the young bucks, be able to hang with them. But we're starting to get on that different path in our journey where it's like it's more about giving the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm on that path right now, and like still like training hard for my own stuff, but like giving back is a big part. Obviously, maybe to like open the gym one day is something that I would like to do. But I want to be really more invested like on that side. Like, for me, it's being on the mat. Well, I know like even when I'll be 60, I want to be on the mat and teaching. Like some people just want to have the business and eventually like not teaching as much. But I know like for me, what makes me happy is being on the mat.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's what I said. I'm like, bro, you're gonna roll me up to the mat, dump me out of my wheelchair. I'm gonna crawl over and try to grab a leg. Like it is what it is. Like it. Once you've been training for a long time, I mean, this year will be my 32 years of training in martial arts. So like I've been training karate since I was 5, kickboxing, you know, in my teens, doing jujitsu since I was like 20, 21. And it's just once it gets in you, that's what I think the hardest thing with COVID was like you turned off 32 years of me doing this every single day and you're like, no, can't do it right now. And I was like twitching, you know? And then you're like, you're so used to getting the energy out every day. And then like, I'm at home, I'm like building sheds and digging holes. I'm like, I got to get it out, you know? Otherwise I go to jail. That's what happens, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
It is like, especially for, you know, guys like us, like it's that mental thing that like keeps us harnessed, keeps us grounded.
Yeah.
We have to get that like that push out every day. Otherwise we're like, you know, high throttle, high intensity guys, you know?
Do you guys ever think about like if you didn't have like jujitsu and like competing, like where you would be? Like if you didn't have this kind of reason?
I'd probably be dead. It's like for real, I'd probably be dead. Yeah, man, I'm like super grateful for martial arts and like the people I met through martial arts, especially. You know, like, before I didn't really have like the right people to look up to. You know, the people I was hanging out with were involved in like a lot of bad shit. So I was looking up to these guys. You know what I mean? And I started training martial arts and then looking up to like Hammer and these guys, like they're boys. You know, and for that I'm sort of super grateful.
Yeah. So similar to me, you know, like maybe not as bad as wrestling here, but I wasn't hanging out with the right crowd either, you know. And martial art for me obviously gave me a different like path to follow and looking up like you said, people who are trying to do good in the world, you know? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it, bro. I get it, you know, like I was going a real crazy path too. So, you know, but it helps hone you back in. And I think the nice thing about martial arts too is like you're doing, you know, things that are, you know, positive for the community, positive for the thing, but there's a bunch of crazy bastards like us in there. So we can still be goofy and crazy and still be like wild and like, but it's in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
You just can't let the chain off of us all at the same time. It would be crazy, man, you know?
We're institutionalized, essentially. That's
yeah, whatever.
What's happening on the mat, still on the mat, you know?
That is... Oh, yep, that's right. Oh, you got in trouble. Ooh.
Oh, look who it is. He wants to make an appearance.
We have a special guest here.
Superhero.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Hey. Former guest, Joe. How are you, hon?
I'm great. How are you?
She just saved someone who just got hit by a car. Like she ran the biker just got hit by a car.
You were part of that?
It was wild, yeah.
Did you hit the person with your car? Is that why you had to save them?
I sprinted though for the first time in a very long time.
Oh, that's the worst. No. Nope, no running for this guy. Nope.
So you guys enjoy.
No, it's good. See, so they have a great vibe up there. You guys, yeah, I love coming up and visiting you guys. It's just fun because, you know, everybody trains super hard. Everybody's, you know, very focused, and you guys are doing a great thing up there, you know, especially for the community with everything going on. Like, it's nice to have a home to come into where, you know, you feel welcomed, even when people are a little bit nervous and scared now. I think it's like your job as the leaders up there to be like, hey, we're here. We're not nervous. We're not scared. You know, like we're here to help you navigate through. And if you are, it's okay, you know, but we're here to stand tall and be leaders for us.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, and I
think you guys sometime, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta come visit you guys sometime, bro.
You guys know you, man.
I want to do that snap grabbing thing you talked about.
Yeah. Right? So
yeah, break someone's fucking leg.
All love. Yeah, all love.
No, it's good. It's good stuff. You guys are always welcome. You know that. Yeah. So, and I live close now, so I got a couch. You guys can sleep. You're good. Yeah. So, but what's it called? Real quick before we end this up, what do you see? Because I know you both were saying like eventually you want to open a school and whatnot, right? So, me being a school owner for 16 years now. How do you feel with something like COVID that happened where it put everybody's financial well-beings of what we love to do in jeopardy real quick at a snap of the fingers? still not even like in New Jersey, I'm still at 25%, and it's been like 2 months since we officially opened back up. We're still at 25%, no thing. Does that ever go into your thought process about owning your own gym? Like, they could shut me down at any time, because that's been through my head. Like, I'm just being real with you, you know, like, you guys are like, I know you know, you train with Hammer, but I know you have your own personal goals, and I know Hammer will help structure you and get you to where you need to be. But like, you know, it's just a real conversation. Like, me and Hammer have had it where it's like, is virtual the new thing? Is this the new thing? You know, so on and so forth. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, well, you know, I feel like obviously I've been through the process also because we're close to Hammer, right? So we can talk to him every day. We can see like what the gym has been through. Like the thing is that it's about building that community, right? That supported you. So we got kind of lucky because like we have a lot of members that decided to support us even through that like time, even when we had to close the gym and stuff. So I think that's important to build that strong community. But obviously, like at the beginning, I thought it was a big joke. I was like, oh, it's never gonna happen. They don't make us close the gym. You know, like it's not gonna happen, and it still happened. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh yeah, like you have to think twice. But it's for any businesses, right? So not just martial art. Obviously, martial art, but like art, like
Yeah, it's just tough for us being where we're at. It's because we're constantly like, we're in close contact.
Yeah.
There's no getting around in jiu-jitsu.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can drill on your dummies all day long, but you know,
the same. That wasn't the same. It's not. It's not. Yeah. So obviously it's something in our mind, but you know, I think, yeah, I mean, like, doesn't change our goals.
wow, that's good. So, you got any sponsors you guys want to shout out?
Yeah, just Hyperfly Canada, Diamond Insurance. They hooked us up as well with some money for this trip.
Awesome.
I'll shout out Sensei Hammer.
Sensei Hammer.
Owama.
Our homies at Owama.
Enzo Gracie Ottawa. Amazing.
That's great. And then for us, 2 Live Fools promo code for Roll Junkie. They're dropping new gi next week.
New gi, t-shirts, a couple new rash birds.
They got the short shorts. They're nice.
Guys
So
working out. You want to show the legs off a little bit? That's it.
you want to get that deadlift game up, kid? I see you, big guy. You got to wear the short shorts.
I already do.
They're actually Eric's pants that he's wearing.
Exactly. Pretty much.
I can say it because we're the same size.
I think I'm taller than you, so.
Hey, fucking hair. Mine's falling out. Your hair just goes higher.
Maybe.
That's, dude, guys.
You guys are awesome. Man.
Yeah, talking to guys.
Thank you for having
Great
me.
talking to you, and we'll let you guys know when we go live on the podcast, and when it's on the thing, we'll share it with you, and then also we'll have the YouTube back up and running so they can see the video.
Oh man.
Awesome.
All right,
Thanks,
brother.
man.
Good seeing you guys.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Later.